Can you hear that? Yeah, that's rain. I don't like rain. And rain was not supposed to happen. I was actually going to light up the Baskett yard tonight. Make it look all spooky, scary, weird. And just going to go right over there, get a session. But it's raining. So that's not going to happen. So instead, I'm going to have to do kind of like a random talk. I'm inside my shed at the moment. I built this myself out of scrap. Put a little mini gym in here. It's kind of like my little winter gym. Come in here, bust some weights. I've got a punch bag that I hang up. I can punch the hell out of that. My scoot bike and my snow bike and my downhill BMX get stored in there. And I kind of make random stuff. The camera's currently sat on like a sketchy little homemade table. I kind of knock a few bits up and that in there. Everyone needs a blowtorch. They're handy as hell. Do a lot of things with a blowtorch. Dry up a certain street spot. Heat basket pegs. That's what it was bought for. So yeah, raining. I'm going to do a weird sort of history talk with you. Just did a few weights. Always do some weights in the week. Get my body sort of back to normal. Go into the showroom. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're in the showroom again. Keep stopping and starting out there, but that's no good. As soon as the Baskett yard gets kind of wet, it's no good. I was going to light it up, have a little session, make it look kind of cool, but that's got to happen on a kind of proper clear night. No rain at all, otherwise it's going to get slippery, hazardous. You've got to understand, the Baskett yard is in the middle of a field, so it's sort of exposed to all the elements. As soon as you get a bit of like evening frost, or evening kind of like fog, you get the evening fog and that's it. The Baskett yard is wet, out of bounds. I suddenly have a beard. A beard to sort of come out of nowhere. Let myself go over the last few days. Been too busy. Organising stuff, riding, filming, editing. It's kind of good that I'm not actually riding tonight. Actually, to be fair, I really wanted to, but I'm kind of glad I'm not. I have a 3-day road trip planned. Me and Grace are going off for 3 days, hitting the road, and we're going somewhere that both me and her have been wanting to go for ages. You know, we keep going to all these cool places, based in Somerset, but we thought we'd push the boat out, go further afield. And it's cost a bit of money, so I didn't want to get hurt leading into this, because we have got to do some crazy ass walking, and I mean crazy ass walking, and climbing I suppose. Yeah, it's going to be some climbing. And some of the views we're going to get to take in, it's going to be unreal. Grace has never been there. I've been there once, but I was working, so this is going to be my first time going there as pleasure rather than working. When I went there working, it was an absolute pain in the ass. I'm not even going to say the story was just a pain in the ass, but I went there working once and it was a pain in the ass. So what do I have to talk about? I have a load of things to talk about. I can talk all day long. And there's little things I can sort of chuck in based on the fact that I've said to you before. I've been filming for years and I've got archive footage dating back to sort of 2002. It's all SD footage, that's what you've got to understand. All my old footage is SD footage. The quality is not the best, but it works. And a lot of people always want to always ask, they want to see it. People I used to ride with, my friends. A lot of my friends watch these vlogs. Hello everyone. Hello Matthew Allen. You like watching my vlogs. And they like seeing some of the old stuff, the funny stuff. So I sort of dug deep into my archives. And I'm going to start grabbing out sort of classics when the weather hits me hard. So, I was at Glastonbury skate park the other day, as you can see. It's really cold. And I got talking to a skateboarder there. And he was from London, and he was in Glastonbury visiting, so he's at the skate park. We got chatting, and I said, oh, this skate park never used to be concrete. It used to be wood. And when it was wood, it was amazing. I loved that skate park when it was wood. And I found some footage the other day. Footage I've never used before. Footage I actually completely forgot I had. And it was of a day trip. A few of us took, quite a few of us as riders. We took a trip to Glastonbury skate park when it was wood. We arrived at the skate park and it had been demolished. And it was just a big pile of wood. Been completely ripped down. And we were gutted, but we still got a little session in. And it was me, Adam Butterworth, Ben Hastings pops up. I'm pretty sure Brad Wakefield was there. Mike Westlake was there, and we turned up to the skate park. It had been demolished, and we kind of made up like a few little ghetto setups. It's not very long, there's only a few clips, but you can kind of see how Glastonbury looked like, what Glastonbury looked like before the concrete skate park went in. When it was wood, when it got demolished, when it was just a pile of rubble. And yeah, look at this.
Yeah, man. Oh, he got that quarter. Time tap the roof. Fucking yeah, it needs to go. Should have nailed it.
So yeah, that was crazy. I was kind of gutted. I had a proper like lump in my throat when I walked into that skate park and it had been demolished. Even though it was kind of like, people were saying it was going to get demolished, and I was kind of like, I was hoping that they was going to repair it, resurface all the plywood, but no, they demolished it. And it wasn't for a good few years after that that the actual concrete skate park went in. So that was just literally an open, flat floor. It was kind of like a car park for ages. It was just a flat tarmac floor with nothing in it. And it was gutting, because that was my favourite local skate park. Glastonbury's like a 9-mile drive for me, but that was kind of like my local skate park, my favourite. Because it was wood, and it was just a proper, like, it was jib central. What I mean by that is, there was loads of little fun ramps you could just go to after work. Nothing huge, it was just a little fun place where you could sort of do your little jibs, have a little mess around, and then bugger off home. But we say, I've filmed a lot of cool clips there over the years, of different people. And that's a funny thing, I can chuck in random clips all the time, and people are going to really enjoy them. Max Karakides. Hello Max Karakides. You tried flaring the hip at Burnham once.
Oh, that's dodgy, look at that. What the fuck is that?
Screw. So yeah, I can do these little history talks quite often. I know people are going to enjoy them. And you know, the weather's bad, nothing's going on. I will come in here, I'll have a little chat to the camera. Gets me used to it, see? Gets my sort of like, it's kind of like my speech therapy. I kind of speak into the camera and get my sentences together. And kind of like piece my words together. Because sometimes when I'm out riding with everyone, I'm trying to sort of like be cool and talk to the camera. But when I sort of go to edit it back, I'm kind of like, I just spoke a load of crap then. And I'm trying to piece together like to make it sound like I know what I'm up to, but it's hard because I'm sort of getting words wrong, and I can't really string a sentence properly when I'm out with everyone, because I'm kind of like, well, I suppose I'm quite nervous. I'm slightly nervous. You know, filming like this is fine. Stood behind the camera, talking to the back of it is fine. As soon as the lens turns around, it's in your face, it's a different matter, honestly. People are obviously natural at it. They've been doing it for years, but I've not been doing it for long. It's probably my 7th, 8th week now of doing these sort of vlogs when the camera's in my face. And even though I'm sat here on my own, it's still kind of like a bit, ugh. I'm nearly 30, but I feel like I'm starting all over again with this filming, my riding, mountain biking. It feels all fresh to me, which is amazing. You've got to do that. Sometimes you hit like a sort of dead end in your riding and stuff, and it's kind of like, what can I do to change things up to make it more like sort of like interesting? And this is it for me. I find this really interesting. Doing all these sort of little weird little projects and going out filming with everyone, it motivates me more, because my YouTube channel is your channel. You are watching this now, who's watched most of my videos. It's your channel as well. I know you actually enjoy them, and you kind of look forward to them, and I look forward to making them. Honestly, I do. I think it's hilarious. I look back at them, and I look back at like some of the older ones, and I'm kind of like, they were pretty bad. And to be honest, most of mine are pretty bad, but I still think it's brilliant. And I say it'd be good to, like, as I advance, look back at some of the older ones and be like, well, they were really, really bad. But you live and learn. You change little aspects of certain things, and you experiment with certain things, and you know, you get nitpicky with certain bits, but that's how it's all about. Will I ever perfect this film in Lark? Probably not. Probably not. Will I ever perfect at riding bikes? Definitely not. I'm past that, but I can still ride a bike pretty well, I think, when I want to, and I'm going to continue doing that. Will Wiggins. Hello, Will Wiggins. Funny, about 6 or 7 years ago, I wouldn't have known Will Wiggins. He probably wouldn't have known me. He would have been, like I say, he was 6 years younger than me. So say I was 23, he'd have only been 17. So he'd have had his own little gang of riders, I'd have had my own gang of riders, and we were filming for a DVD at the time, and a group of us turned up to a certain set of trails near Weston called Finewood. Wiggins put a lot of work into those trails, and we turned up there one day and Wiggins was there. And like I say, I didn't really know him, he didn't really know me. And I filmed a lot that day of different riders, different stuff for the DVD, and I completely forgot. And one day we was talking the other day about it, and I completely forgot that he was there. I was kind of thinking, oh yeah, it was you, wasn't it? And I went diving back into my archives of footage, and there he was. Wiggins was there, and I was like, oh my God. I'm gonna put some clips in. He's already seen these clips, I kind of sent them to him by email. And he found them hilarious. And yeah, Wiggins is doing a 360 through a set of trails, and he's doing his little sexy dance again, like he does exactly the same thing now. And he's got a helmet on his head that is about 10 times the size of his head. It looks huge. He looks like a mushroom. Wiggins, you look like a mushroom. And you can see how your fashion's changed. You're back there with your baggy jeans on. You ain't got your jeggings on then. You got your jeggings on now all the time. You didn't have then. And like I say, yeah, you had a helmet on that was way too big for your head. But I suppose I would have done when I was 17. Actually, I never had a helmet, but that's how I would have looked when I was like 17, for sure. My bikes would have looked horrendous when I was 17. Proper scatty. My clothes would have been huge. I've got pairs of jeans that my girlfriend now looks at and is like, how the hell did you ever wear them? I'm going to finish this vlog off with a really strange one. You're going to probably find it strange, but I want to interact with you. I feel like I've got enough subscribers now, enough regulars that watch my videos all the time, that I can actually like communicate with you. I'm going to sort of spin on this chair, it's probably spinning you out. I used to film NAS festivals all the time, from 2007 to like sort of 2010. I filmed every NAS festival. I used to do it part of like Empora, and I always used to go there with my ghetto Canon XM2 camera, SD footage obviously, and I used to turn up there, I used to film all like the NAS finals and stuff, and I got some crusty clips, proper crusty clips. I look at them now and they're proper like haggard, cameras all over the place, really grainy footage, but I love it. I love looking back at it, and I remember making an edit of all like the best footage. So yeah, it's a little test. I'm going to put in a montage of NAS clips, NAS festival. And it would be 2007, 2008, 2009. Some of the riders will stick out like a sore ass. You'll be like, yeah, I know who he is. But I want you to see how many riders you know, how many you can name, and put it in the comments below. So see how many riders you can recognise from this 3 minutes montage of NAS Festival. So yeah, that's my first little experiment, seeing if I can sort of like interact with my subscribers. So I know I've got regulars, people that watch it all the time. And I want you to comment to see how many of those riders you recognised. There were some big timers in there. And yeah, the quality of the footage is not the best because it was on a Canon XM2. It was SD footage. But you can kind of see some of the hammers they used to drop in 2007 was way ahead of its time. NAS Festival was always way ahead of its time. People used to go mental, absolutely mental. And it's kind of funny because like there's certain riders in there. I bet there's a certain rider in there, the full face, the guy with the full face. Anyone recognise him? The little guy. He looks about 6. He was doing the 360 double whip over the mega ramp. The full face. Anyone recognise him? He's not going to BMX anymore. I'll give you a little clue. He's now a mountain biker. But it's unreal seeing stuff like that. And the fact that I used to go there, film that, they used to allow it. Nowadays, they won't allow me to do it. I've asked for like sort of press passes and stuff and they're like, nah. They seem to think that I just go there, pretend I'm filming and get a free pass. But that's how relentless it is. I was like, oh no, I used to always film. Every time I used to go there, I used to film. But he's like, no, I'm not giving you a press pass. I was like, oh, fuck you then. So yeah, another vlog over. Bikes are looking pristine behind me. And yeah, literally that's a little history lesson. And I've got loads of those to do. That's literally a little taster. I've got some absolute beauty clips, but the thing is, these vlogs are gone forever if I try and fit it all in one, but there's some more to come. And I can make like little mini edits of certain riders from years ago, from skate parks that don't even exist anymore. Shepton Mallet skate park, clips are there, don't exist anymore. Hamilton skate park when it was metal, don't exist anymore. Glastonbury when it was wood, don't exist anymore. See, it's stuff like that. I've got clips of all that and they don't exist anymore, so it's really cool to see. And like newer riders seeing that sort of history. So yeah, vlog coming to an end. I have a 3-day trip coming up tomorrow, going somewhere magnificent, and you'll come along with me. And you're going to find out where it's to. So thanks for watching. Bye for now. La 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 la.